Mhm.
All right, give me 1 second here. All right. All right. What's up, boys? We got a lot to talk about here. We got some head
Yeah, we do.
coach firings. This is obviously the most interesting time of year, in my opinion, for football at
Yeah,
least,
man.
because I mean the teams who stink get their coaches fired, and it's just a mess right now. Everything's going on. We got coordinators, GM openings. We got everything going on, and what better way to start off this stream than talking about the first firing that happened right after the game, which is Raheem Morris getting canned and Terry Fontenot getting canned. And
And your CEO
obviously,
too.
big what?
The CEO got canned too.
Oh, Rich McKay. Yeah. Yeah. So
Everyone got
obviously,
canned in Atlanta, bro.
everybody got canned in Atlanta. Obviously, I mean, if you guys don't know, I'm a Falcons fan. I'm thrilled about this, especially Raheem Morris. But I'm really shocked at the same time. I don't think anybody saw this coming whatsoever. And I'm trying to process what's going on, man. I didn't think Arthur Blank would have the balls to do this, especially after winning 4 in a row. But here we are. And as this, there's a lot to dissect here for the future. And in my opinion, man, anything can happen for the Falcons next year. I could see new quarterback with the new regime. I could see Kirk staying. It'll be interesting, but my main takeaway with Raheem is that I think he should have been fired last year after that Commanders loss. That was horrible clock management, inexcusable. And I mean, this year was just a testament of how bad Raheem has been, in my opinion. And the clock management continued to be horrible. And I think Raheem and Zach Robinson are the only reason why the Falcons missed the playoffs. You can back me up on that one, but only reason why the Falcons missed the playoffs are because of those two clowns. And as far as Terry Fontenot, I feel indifferent about this one. When Jack first texted me this,
Yeah.
I was kind of like,
I
dang,
was texting him
but
at like freaking 9 o'clock. I'm like, bro, everyone got
yeah,
canned, bro.
I know. But I thought about it a little bit more, and honestly, it made a lot of sense. I think that Kirk Cousins contract. I mean, you got to get fired. So you gotta take accountability for that. And I think they did. They got rid of him for after that Kirk Cousins contract, and it just goes to show that one signing can really alter you as a person in the front office. So that contract was absolutely inexcusable. A couple trades that I didn't like from Terry. The Matthew Gion trade sucked. The Brian Edwards trade kind of sucked. Um, but I am sad because Terry did draft a good team this year. Let's not sugarcoat it. James Pierce stud, Xavier Watts stud, but I'm just happy Raheem's gone, man. This is kind of a celebration stream
Yeah,
at
man.
Raheem, and
We need a round of applause for
yeah, way
Atlanta.
to fire it. Way to find a way to fire Raheem.
For
Let's
Atlanta
go.
finally doing what they need to have done all season.
Yeah, I love it.
So
I am mad though that they didn't fire Zach Robinson. I think Zach Robinson's should have been gone before Terry, but I'll let you speak here because I'm kind of just yapping about this.
yeah, man. I mean, listening to
How's your
you,
guys' days going? Days going
it's
great.
fantastic. It's fantastic. Raheem Morris is gone. I mean, after listening to Jonah just talk about how terrible Raheem Morris has been all season, I can't help but also be happy as well. I mean, this is just a weight lifted off of Jonah's shoulders. He doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Um,
Yep.
it's like the terrorist is gone. You don't have to worry about him anymore. Um, really like the Falcons, man. I'm not a Falcons fan myself, but I really have a soft spot for the Falcons. Um, I really like everything that they've been doing. Their jerseys are dope. The throwbacks are lit. I love their stadium. Everything. I got a soft spot for the Falcons. So I'm glad to see that Raheem is gone. Just like Jonas said, the clock management was terrible. And it was just embarrassing to watch because you look at the talent on that team and they were beating the Bills, they beat the Rams, but talent. I mean, the coaching in the NFL will win or lose you games, man.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
And there's no excuse to lose to the Jets or to the Dolphins because you have competent coaching. You win both those games. You're in the playoffs right now. Like that's all it needed to happen. Have competent coaching. You're playing literally a bottom two team in the NFL and the Jets, and you lose to them. Um, it's just inexcusable. So obviously glad that Falcons are making a change. Um, it feels like the sky's the limit for Atlanta, man. They've got the roster. They've got a top five running back in Bijan Robinson. They got a good young receiving core. Kyle Pitts finally started breaking out towards the end of the season. Like Jonah said, you got some great defensive studs that they picked up in the draft this year. But yeah, I'm interested to see who the Falcons will pick up because there's a couple good options out there. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think that this also has massive implications on Kyle Pitts and Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to keep Kyle Cousins or Kyle Pitts with a new regime, man. I think it's kind of a long shot. I mean, he had a great season, had 5 touchdowns, 100 yards, but I don't. If I'm a new coach, I wouldn't want to shell out 15 to 20 million dollars on the new tight end. That's just
Yeah.
absurd. And Kirk Cousins, he got his contract restructured, but I think they're
That
going to
can
want
mean
a
a
new
lot of
quarterback.
things. That can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
They could be making the salary cap look better for trades. Um, so that's honestly, I don't know why they would keep Kirk. If especially you get a new head coach, like you probably want to start fresh with your quarterback that you want to have. Um,
Yeah.
unless this new coach wants Kirk Cousins or he wants Michael Penix, I think Kirk Cousins would be a pretty solid draft asset to have,
Yeah.
especially as a mentor.
Yeah, totally. And I just think, I mean, you could get a lot of value for Kirk Cousins
Yeah,
in the
man.
market.
Especially with the way that he played the last couple of weeks, man.
I mean, I'm not saying you're getting a first, but you could get a
No.
third. You can get a third for Kirk Cousins easily. And you look at where they have their draft picks, and they don't have a ton of draft picks this year due to the James Pierce trade. So a third round pick would do so much for this team, man. They don't have any draft picks, and I mean, I feel like drafting is the way to go now as far as building a team is you build it
Yeah.
through the draft. Just look at Les Snead and the Rams. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have a conversation about who's the starting quarterback for the Falcons, who deserves to be a starting quarterback, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think Penix deserves to be the starting quarterback. I think he deserves a chance, but not as a starter. I mean, he didn't really do anything to impress me at all. So, but I, I'm just interested to see where this team goes overall.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to talk about that too much since we got a lot more than I really want to get to. First of all, I want to start with Pete Carroll getting fired with the Raiders. Now, this
Now
comes
let's
to no
let's give
shocker.
let's give shouts out to all of the Raiders fans in the chat right now because
Raiders
you
fans, yeah.
guys, they had such a great weekend. It's such a great
Mhm.
weekend. You beat the Chiefs. You locked up the number one pick to get Fernando, most likely, and you fired Pete Carroll. Man, what a great weekend for the Raiders fans. Shout out Raiders fans, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely the Raiders is definitely looking up for them, but I just want to talk about mainly the firing. I don't really care about the Chiefs. They're the Chiefs and Raiders game. I don't think
yeah,
anybody gives a
no,
crap about that. But
I don't think anyone watched that game, bro.
nobody watched that game. But I will say that Pete Carroll ruined this team in 1 year.
Yeah,
Quite literally ruined this team in 1 year. Um And now nobody wants to play for the Raiders at this moment. Tyree Wilson and Max Crosby are probably one of, if not both, are going to request a trade, and
As they should, honestly.
as they rightfully so. But you got a lot of work to do in the offseason, probably the most out of any team. And it starts with the number one overall pick.
You got a lot of options there, man. A
It
lot of
depends on the head
options.
coach. It depends on the head coach, honestly. Whoever he wants, because that's usually how it goes when you bring in
I
a
think
new
the Raiders
regime.
got to hire their new coach as soon as they possibly can, man. If I'm being
Yeah, get
honest,
the coach first and then
they
do
got
the
to get him
number
as
one
soon as they
overall
can.
pick.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's really interesting because I thought the Raiders were going to be really, really good this year. Not really, really
I thought
good,
they would
but
be
pretty
semi
solid.
decent. I thought they would be a competent football team this year.
Yeah, because I thought that for starters, them beating the Patriots was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, week
Now
1 on the road. That was like, okay.
we're in for a different team this year, but
Yeah, man.
the lack of coaching, the lack of quarterback play, those are probably the two worst things you can have in football is a
Yeah,
bad quarterback
just
and a bad coach.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's basically what set them back.
Their offensive
And
line was garbage as well.
oh yeah, but they had Jackson Powers Johnson out for some time. They had
Yeah,
injuries.
they did not help Ashton Genty at all, man. I really do. I think the only positive to take away was how good Ashton Genty was at some points in time and how good Max Crosby is always going to be. But obviously, Crosby, I think he should request a trade. If he wants a chance to win, I would get the frick out of Las Vegas. Genty, get him an O line, man. And I think he's going to be pretty good.
100%. It mainly stems with the front office though. The owners not caring after they lose the, I mean, especially after they lost the Giants, they didn't really care. I don't think after they lost the Giants. They just don't have an urge to win football games at the moment. They don't have the players that want to play for them, and that's a huge problem. Is when your
Hmm.
players quit on you,
You're not getting
there's
that
not much
back.
you can do.
Yeah.
You're not getting that back. So it's more than the quarter. It's more than the head coach. It's more than the quarterback. It's just you need to completely build a new team. Whether that's trading Brock Bowers, whether that's just signing a crap ton of new players in free agency, you have $100 million to spend. You need to just do something different from last season. You can't have the same roster or
Yeah,
anything
man.
similar to it. So, you got anything else, or
I don't, man. The Raiders,
yeah, Raiders are garbage.
the
I
real
don't want to
really the
really
only
waste my time
positive
talking
thing to
about
take
them.
out of this season was getting the number 1 pick. That's really the only positive to take
Yeah,
away.
I mean,
And they
I don't
beat the
know how they
Chiefs,
pulled
I
it
guess.
off. They won and they got the number one overall pick.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know how they pulled that off.
Yeah.
That's insane. All right, moving on. What do I want to talk about next? Let's
Browns,
go.
no more Stefanski.
No, we'll get to him because I feel like that'll be a longer discussion. But I want to talk about what's the Cardinals head coach getting canned.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm blanking on his
Yeah,
name.
I don't even know his name, bro.
Jonathan
It started
Jonathan
with a
Gannon.
J.
Okay, Jonathan
Yeah,
Gannon
yeah. Yep.
got canned. He's been coaching there for a while, so that's very interesting. And that I honestly didn't expect that really. I mean, obviously, if you have a 3-14 season, you're going to look at your head coach regardless. But I think that the problems weren't really necessarily his. I think it was just due to lack of a very unhealthy team and a very unhealthy defense specifically. The Cardinals were probably the most unlucky team this season. They had every single person injured from time to time. They had players who were choosing not to play too, like Kyler Murray playing Call of Duty. We got to
Yep.
mention that, but
Last time we get to say that, bro. Last time we get to say that.
yeah,
Until he's
we'll
on a
say
new
it in a new
team.
uniform too.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
the I think we got to lead into where Kyler Murray's going to play and end on that with the Cardinals. But first, I want to talk about the main aspect, and that is the Cardinals are a complete joke right now. I don't know if they'll win a game next year. They're that bad. They suck. I mean, I don't know. They don't have a high enough pick in the draft that really intrigues me at all. They have
What
like
number do they have right now? Number
they don't have a top 3. They have like 4 or 5 or something.
okay.
But
They need to get
I
some defense help, man.
they're by far going to be the worst team in football next year. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I
The
don't think that's a
Cardinals,
ridiculous statement.
the Cardinals, similar to the Raiders, they need more than just a quarterback and head coach. They need a whole team. So
Yeah, and I honestly, we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. Marvin Harrison Jr. should he maybe request a trade after one season? I
yeah,
think if he does that, I think that can actually benefit the Cardinals a lot because he's a very hot topic. Very good young wide receiver. They could get a lot out of that actually. If you think about it, the Cardinals could benefit greatly from trading him, getting some more picks possibly to another team. But that's an option. Yeah, Kyler Murray, that'll be an interesting discussion to have. But every mock draft I've seen from the Cardinals, they're getting a defensive player. They obviously needed it. Will Johnson did not live up to the hype very much. But yeah, not much on the Cardinals, man. They were just such a I think they were probably the easiest team to pick every single week because every time we said uh, if they're going to be in the close game, but they're probably going to throw an interception at the end, so they're probably going to lose.
yeah. I mean, you just got the situation that actually you bring up a good point there. They're terrible in situational football. They don't know how to win close games.
Yeah, and that's another coaching issue, man. That's another
That
coaching
yeah,
issue.
that falls on the coach. So
Mhm.
the more we talk about, the more like I can understand why they did that because how many blown games have the Cardinals have? I can't even count how many blown games the Cardinals have
I'm
had.
pretty sure they held a lead in most of their games.
Yeah, and they've blown them all. Like
Hmm.
I mean, the one game that stands true to them is
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo.
what's up? What's
Sorry, I
up?
lost you. I lost you.
Shoot, bro. Okay, Brady just called me,
I'm,
bro.
who did?
The admissions counselor Brady did. Frick.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
that's
why I
fine.
got
That's fine.
disconnected.
That's
All right.
okay. That's fine. That's fine, dude. Okay, pause everything. Breaking news from Adam Schefter: the Ravens have just fired John Harbaugh.
Are you kidding me? The
Harbaugh
Ravens
is
have
out
fired
as
John
the
Harbaugh?
Ravens coach. He is out as of a
Are
minute
you
ago.
serious?
He is fired
Wow.
after
Harbaugh just got
18 years.
fired.
He just got fired. Holy crap. Okay. Wow.
We're like the first people to break this down too. I
That's
love it.
insanity. Let's break it down right now. Right freaking now. Okay, bro.
All
I
right.
mean, years. The last 3 years have been just complete disappointment. From the Ravens, obviously heartbreak. I don't even remember what we were just talking about right now. But the
We were talking
Ravens,
about
dude.
Jonathan Gannon, but that was kind of
Yeah.
boring. But this, I like
This
this
is
now.
fantastic. This
This
is
is
fantastic.
fantastic.
This is I called you, bro. I called you because I literally got the notification. I couldn't see you on there. I'm like, bro, oh my goodness, bro. Absolutely
Wow.
insanity.
Okay.
Holy crap. Obviously the Ravens lost on Sunday. If you watched Lamar Jackson's interview after the game, he really had no answer for if he wanted John Harbaugh to be there. So holy Toledo. Is this a sign, bro? Is this a sign that the Ravens might just be like exploding everything?
Wow.
I mean, this opens up so many doors, right now. They could be entering rebuild, if you want to call it in quotations. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
chat's saying, what if the Steelers bring in Harbaugh and Stefanski and keep Tomlin?
Jeez, bro.
Whoa.
This oh man,
Wow.
this Steelers fan, man. I love him, but
Yikes.
he's definitely out there with his
He's thinking, bro.
he's thinking,
Holy
he's a
smokes.
thinker.
That's insane.
I want to say that I think Lamar Jackson might be gone now.
I think he might be gone, dude.
Which which is insane to say because Lamar Jackson obviously has multiple MVPs. He's
Yeah.
obviously one of the best quarterbacks. He had a
Yeah.
bad season though. So we could see one of the biggest trades in NFL history. I think this would be the biggest trade if
I
Lamar
think
Jackson got.
this could arguably be the biggest trade in history.
Yeah, I mean
That brings
Lamar
up
Jackson.
There are so many options.
So many options. Obviously, if you're a Steelers fan, you gotta love this.
Yeah, congrats,
the Steelers are going
Steelers
to
fans.
continue to be 10-7 or 9-8 every
The
year.
Steelers just fired John Harbaugh pretty much. They ended the
The
tenure.
Steelers single-handedly fired John Harbaugh and Tyler Loop too.
Yeah,
but man,
wow. That's insane,
I
bro.
was not expecting this.
That's
on this
crazy though.
We
got that noti on live, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. I just think that if you're Baltimore, this is. I mean, was this the nail in the coffin? A loss to the Steelers. Did that do it?
I mean, okay.
One bad season, and they're
yeah.
in
I saw
now?
this is they haven't missed the playoffs in 4 years, 4 or 5 years. It's one down year, and Lamar Jackson missed a third of it. Like
that just shows you their front office is really impatient.
Yeah, and I understand you're impatient because last year you have the fumble. Or you have the drop catch. 2 years ago, you have the fumble at the goal line in the AFC Championship game. It's just one thing after another. But man, oh man, this can mean a lot of things. But now you look at John Harbaugh now, and he can go wherever he wants. If I'm being honest, I was watching First Take or Get Up yesterday, and they were talking about this. And it was John Harbaugh can have any job he wants in the NFL. He can literally go where he wants. He literally can go wherever he wants. Immediately, the first team that popped in my mind was literally the Falcons. They were the first team that came to mind. They just reminded me a lot, obviously. But there's a lot of options for John Harbaugh to where he can wherever he wants to go. But wow, Ravens. They could just be blowing everything
Ravens
up.
are fried, bro.
They're screwed. I think they're blowing everything up. That is insanity.
Man, he's one of those coaches too that has always had winning records, like kind of the Tomlin.
I don't know.
You really shouldn't fire a coach if they're consistently winning games. And Harbaugh has a track record.
Man.
He's won a Super Bowl. Has he not won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, he won one.
He's won a Super Bowl
14 years
ago,
2012.
So he has the resume. Man. He has the recent success. I just don't know what the Ravens are thinking, man. I just don't. I mean,
you wouldn't fire him if you were going to just get another great coach out there and just expect the same thing. Because you look at all the other coaches that have been fired, none of them come even close to where John Harbaugh's been, except for maybe Mike McCarthy. But I don't think he's going to do anything if they were to hire him. But holy Toledo.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Is Derrick Henry gone too? Is this the last time we see Derrick Henry in a Ravens uniform?
I don't know, man. There's
so many players that I could see. I could see being
Lamar,
gone.
Henry, Andrews. I think they would keep Zay Flowers.
Would they keep Roquan Smith though? Would they keep Roquan Smith?
Holy smokes! They can.
The Ravens have.
They can.
The
do
only
a lot.
players that would be safe on the Ravens right now was Zay Flowers and Malachi Starks.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I think everyone can go. Literally, if
everyone can go for the Ravens. So, But, like, it's really sad to me that number 1, it's one bad season, you're giving up on
Yeah,
one bad
that's
season. Number 2, why not why rebuild when you're in the AFC North? Like, the
yeah. You're not
AFC
the
North is
Browns.
poverty. You're not the Browns, you're not the Bengals, you don't need a completely new defense.
No,
You just need a few
you have a
tweaks.
competent defense, man.
You just need a couple of players, and I mean, you could have won a Super Bowl if you got a couple of players. I don't think you can now.
No, no. I think on it. Okay, I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but
Okay.
after this firing, I think Lamar's Super Bowl window is closed in Baltimore. I think he's gonna have to go somewhere else if he wants to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, 100%.
That's just
I mean, I don't even
absolutely
think
crazy.
you look at you look at the season too. It really wasn't his fault. The season
No,
wasn't really his fault. He
things
had a
just
ton
didn't
of
go the right
injuries.
way.
He had a ton of injuries. He had Lamar Jackson injured, which I get Lamar Jackson
Derrick
gets
Henry
injured
kept
all the time.
fumbling the ball.
Derrick Henry kept fumbling the ball, and you just had a really tough schedule too, and you can't really do much with that, with your schedule. You play who you got, but the reality is that they had one of the toughest schedules in the league, I feel like,
Yeah,
outside the
and
AFC North.
yeah,
So, I mean, and that kick obviously was not his fault. That's
no,
anything
and
from his
he's
fault, and if he would have made that
yeah.
kick, he would have kept his job probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe Mike Tomlin's getting fired right now if that kick were to go in. Who knows?
A-Rod has a top 5 arm in the NFL. I like that take.
He can still sling it, bro.
He can still sling it, that's for sure. Firing
Chat says
Harbaugh was weak. Oh, I 100% agree. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
you lose to the
holy Toledo.
Steelers and you're all
You lose
babies.
a game.
You lose one
Okay,
game to the Steelers and you're that big of babies about it. You
yeah,
can't handle
yeah.
losing to the Steelers.
I
That's
want to say
embarrassing.
yeah. I want to say this. Okay,
Okay.
you lose week 1, pretty in embarrassing fashion. John Harbaugh cannot control Derrick Henry fumbling the ball.
Yep.
Okay, Lamar Jackson gets hurt, and he's out for like what 5 weeks. You got Tyler Huntley in there. You can't expect Tyler Huntley to go win you 5 games in a row. I'm sorry.
No, you can't
just
expect
can't.
Tyler Huntley to do
And you're already
anything.
down in the hole. So really, at most, the Ravens could have lost 2 games in a span of what, 8 weeks? That's with their schedule. That's insanity. You can't ask that of any team. No team can do that. You're the freaking 2007 Patriots, okay? But
Yeah.
they win in week 17 against the Packers.
Who's your teams? Lions and Falcons.
Yep. But you look at, they had such a great win against Green Bay. They fought so hard against Green Bay to keep their playoff hopes alive. And then Sunday night, they also keep fighting. Lamar Jackson with it was a crazy play on that 4th down and 8.
Yeah.
What a throw. What a throw. That's the last throw he's thrown in the season. What a great throw. But then your kicker misses the kick. How much of that does John Harbaugh control? Not much. Now, there is one thing I will say. I do think he probably should have ran up the gut with Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson, QB sneak to get it a little bit closer to field goal range. They did still have a timeout instead of taking the knee. So maybe there's that. But other than that, it's just surprising. It's completely shocking to me, man. I was not expecting that. Oh, dude, breaking news. Breaking news again. The Lions have fired offensive coordinator John Morton after 1 season. We were just talking about that. There you go.
There you go. Lions fired their offensive coordinator. That'll be our next
Holy
topic.
smokes.
I still want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Man.
Absolutely freaking nuts.
I think my biggest takeaway is that I think that the Ravens might be one of the worst teams in the league next year.
That's not even ridiculous, man.
That sounds crazy,
okay.
But
if the GM is gonna do this, the ownership is gonna do this, You can't bring in a coach to a team that John Harbaugh pretty much made.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, it's not like that.
Yeah, John
So
Harbaugh built the Ravens, 100%.
yeah, yeah, he's been building this team for what, 18 years. You
Yeah.
don't just come in and do the same thing that he did and expect to win. You gotta restart. You gotta get a young coach or something like that. Um, Blow everything up. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're the Ravens, the only reason why you fire John Harbaugh is if you want an excuse to trade Lamar, if you want to get rid of Derrick Henry, if you want to get rid of Roquan Smith, if you want to get rid of Mark Andrews. This is your only excuse, because if you get rid of them, that looks terrible on you. And then John
Yeah.
Harbaugh can't do anything. You know what I mean? So that's just insane to me. I
Yeah.
cannot believe that they didn't just give him one more year, if I'm being honest. Holy smokes.
Yeah, to me, it's just a very petty move by the
Yeah.
Ravens. Like, you would have lost in the first round anyways, so, like,
Yeah, but you
why
still
are
make it.
why are you so mad? Why are you so mad about one season? I just think that
Just crazy work,
that
dude.
they probably believe that they should have kicked the Steelers' butts in that game. They probably believe that they should have
Yeah.
beat them by, like, 2 or 3 scores.
Now, granted, the
And
Steelers' offense was down a couple of guys,
yeah.
so they probably should have, but
But, like, what
it's
did
an
you
NFC
expect
North
if you
game,
made the
man.
playoffs? What did you
Yeah.
expect if you made the playoffs? You're getting
You're
creamed by
probably
the
not playing
Texans
a
in the
home game.
first
You're
round.
probably not playing a home game. Even if you do beat the Texans, you go to play Denver, and then you're probably going to go play who else? You know,
You're not no chance you had a chance of no chance you could have competed this year.
no.
I mean I guess that's a reason why you could rebuild, considering that they've been drastically going down the last few years. I feel like personally they've just been slightly worse every single year, dating back to last 5 years ago or something like that. But it's just still wild. He's the Raiders head coach, I bet.
I could
Nah,
actually see. I
he's the
mean,
Falcons
I
head
think
coach. Let's be real. Let's be real.
I think the Falcons are should be the number one option for him, or possibly the Titans if he wants to go with Cam Ward.
Nobody wants to coach the Titans.
I would want to coach the Titans.
Nobody would want to coach the Titans.
I'll go coach the Titans. Titans, if you're watching this, I'll come coach. I'll come be your head coach for 1 year. See what happens.
All right. Is that enough of that topic, or?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to end off on this. I'm probably sound like a broken record, but this is a very shocking move in my opinion. I was watching Adam Schefter on NFL Game Day on Sunday morning, and he said, "Win or lose, it's probably not likely that he goes." Um, so very surprising to me. I completely agree with you, man. The Ravens are going to suck next year, and I think if this is the first step in the Ravens blowing everything up. Lamar Jackson, well, I think he'll be in another uniform next season. But um, holy smokes, man!
Come coach the Falcons in here
Chat
in
wants me
Atlanta.
to come
Yes, sir,
coach in
baby.
Atlanta. I'll
Yep,
do it.
I
I'll do it.
100% agree.
I'll
Let's
sign.
rise up. Let's
I'll
go.
sign it right there. I'll sign it right
Rise
now.
up. Let's go.
I'll sign it right now. Yeah. Derrick Henry. This is definitely something to think about, man. He's getting up there. He's getting a little bit up there in age for a running back. Who knows if he
Yeah.
pulls a retirement string? Like CJ Ham. Shout out CJ Ham. He retired on Sunday.
CJ Ham isn't. That's oh guy.
CJ Ham's a dog. I don't want to hear it. CJ Ham disrespect will not be tolerated.
Oh guy.
But
anyways,
just a lot of interesting thing. Yeah.
I just thought about this thought, but could the Falcons trade for Lamar and hire Harbaugh?
That's a possibility. Well, that's if Lamar wants to be with Harbaugh. Because if you saw the answer that he gave, no one really knows. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I mean, Who knows what? Who knows? Matt Ryan is probably going to get the job at GM, and he knows that quarterback's their biggest weakness. So,
Yep.
and head coach. So, if you were to, in theory, trade for Lamar Jackson, I mean, we're talking about one of the best teams in the NFC next year.
Oh,
It's
without a
not
doubt.
that's without a doubt, and I don't even think the coaching could screw that up. Having Lamar Jackson and Bijan Robinson on offense, a
That would
coach couldn't
be
even screw that up. No coach could.
no, no.
Not a single coach could screw that offense up. And
Yeah.
defense too. I mean, their defense, as long as they have Ulbrich, they're going to be the top 5 defense in the league forever. So, all right, let's talk about our next breaking news. You want to lead this one?
Yeah, man. The Lions just fired their offensive coordinator after one season. Obviously, nowhere near the greatness that it was 2 seasons ago with Ben Johnson. Um, yeah, so
Cousins
obviously
might stay in Atlanta, probably.
the that was a big reason why they didn't make the playoffs this season. The offensive struggles was not great. It was pretty bad. Obviously, I don't agree with all it. Uh, Dan Campbell going for it on fourth down like every other time was getting a little annoying. So I wish that wouldn't have worked, but the offense just did not look good. The Lions scored like what 40 points like, at least like 4 or 5 times last year. They did it maybe once this season. Um, so there's that, but definitely a great firing for the Lions, man. You got to go pick up somebody good offensive coordinator out there. I'm sure there's a lot of them. Um, but yeah, we'll see if the DC gets fired next too, which will be interesting to see. Um, but I wouldn't be shocked if he got demoted or something because all the players love that guy. So yeah, we'll see about that one. But good move by the Lions for sure.
Yep. I mean, to be expected. The coaching held them back this year single handedly. Offense and defensive coordinator. If you want to argue Dan Campbell probably held them back too. It's unfortunate because one kind of similar to the Falcons, they're a super talented team. They got
Yeah,
talent from everywhere. I mean, it's really sad that their coaching sucks in Detroit. But if
yeah,
they get a good coach, I think they can win a Super Bowl 100%. They were close to making the playoffs this year.
yeah. They got a
Uh,
top 5 running back, Jameer Gibbs. I mean,
Obviously, that Steelers game didn't go their way, but
no,
in the broad scheme of things, they're going to be a top team in the NFC next year. I have no doubt about
I
it.
think they will. Yeah,
So,
I
you
think they
got
will as
anything
well.
else you want to add about that?
I don't think so. Just a good firing, honestly.
Good firing, yeah, it's
Good
valid. I mean,
firing. Good firing. I like it a
we've been
lot.
saying that forever that both their coordinators suck, they
Yeah,
stink, and they should be
need time
fired.
to go, and one of them's
It's
gone.
time to
So we'll
pack the
see.
bags and
We'll see.
be
Adam
spoken
Schefter's
to
been on at
existence.
the last 20 minutes, so we'll see if he has anything to say
Yeah,
in the next hour or so.
in the next hour. All right. Should we finish our thoughts on Jonathan Gannon or what?
Nah, you
Nah,
know we give a frick about the Cardinals, bro.
don't even finish the thoughts on Jonathan Gannon. All right, let's see what else we got.
I mean, ah, it just wasn't very good. It's good
Let's
firing. I mean,
go.
if I'm being honest.
Let's go over to Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah,
Obviously, obviously the most anticipated firing, in my opinion, should have been fired quite some time ago. He didn't do anything good for the Browns except for win Coach of the Year once. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I really don't know what to say. It's a good move by Cleveland, but I just don't know if it was all his problem necessarily. I just think a lot of his issues stems from not having the quarterback he wanted, from the GM just drafting handfuls of quarterbacks and just giving them to him. And I
yeah,
think it also stemmed from just not having no talent on the team on offense, especially Cleveland finally had a little bit of talent this year. They got Harold Fannin. Harold Fannin, top 5 tight end in the league. Harold Fann's a dog, but this was the only year where they had a true pass catcher in quite some time. Cleveland did, and Harold Fannin. Other than that, it's just been straight cheeks for the Browns receivers
Offensively, their defense has
offensively.
been quite solid.
Yeah, so that's that. I mean, the running backs, don't even get me started on the running backs too. They had Pierce Strong for a little bit. They got rid of him. They got Judkins, who Judkins is good, but I don't think he really had a chance to build this team, in my opinion, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I
man.
think the GM just forcefully picked whoever he wanted, and it just
He
didn't
didn't
work
want
out.
it. He didn't want the Deshaun Watson trade as well either.
Yeah, and Stefanski gets blamed for the Deshaun Watson trade because he's the head coach. I mean, rightfully so. It's the worst trade in NFL history, the Watson trade. But that's mainly the GM. That's not Stefanski at the end of the day. Now, defense, I think Stefanski built a great defense in Cleveland. Their defense has culture. They got a ton of great players on defense. Stemming from Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett's the dog. I mean, not much else to say about it, man.
Yeah.
They also had some injuries. They had JOK, who's been out since week one. JOK had a season-ending injury, so defense wasn't 100%. But my main topic for discussion here is that he didn't get his quarterback that he wanted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Definitely. I think it's a much needed move. I'm not saying Stefanski was all the problems. You look at some of the dumb things that he did, like that 2 point conversion against Tennessee. Like, what the frick was that? Um, Obviously, there were a lot of issues going on in Cleveland. Like you said, he didn't get his quarterback that he wanted as either. Um, if I'm being honest, I don't know if he should go back to being head coach. I think he should move back to his old position as an assistant or an OC like he was in Minnesota um, before he got this job. But if he wants to go to another team to be their head coach and have a pick at his quarterback, um, I would say go for it. And pretty much the only team to do that right now is Las Vegas. And I don't know if Las Vegas wants him terribly bad. Um, but intrigued to see where he's going to go for sure. I'm also very intrigued to see who the Browns are going to hire because we've been saying this. The Browns are a poverty franchise, so
you guys like college also? We love college football, yeah.
yes, we do. Yes, we do. I'm just really intrigued to see where Stefanski's going to go and see if what kind of moves the Browns make.
Yeah, it starts with the quarterback, Shador Sanders. Is he the answer? Is he not the answer? I don't think Shador Sanders is the answer. He did fine, but I don't think he's that guy in Cleveland. So they're gonna have to get a new quarterback, in my opinion. That's probably one of the biggest discussions: is do
I
you
do
keep
think they
Shador
need to
or do
get
you
rid
draft a new
of.
one?
I do think they need to get rid of Dylan Gabriel though, no matter what.
For Dylan Gabriel, I mean, he's five. Why is a 5'9" quarterback playing in the NFL? I never know. I'll never know. But
Yeah.
moving on, this is another very anticipated one. The Cowboys have fired their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Now,
Matt
good job,
Eberflus.
Dallas. It took you
Yeah,
years to finally
fantastic.
fire him.
No, no, it's actually they continuously fire their defensive coordinator.
Well, you still haven't had a defense, so I mean, you have to get a a
You have to
good
get
defensive
a
coordinator.
real defensive
What is
coordinator.
this? The second or third firing and the continuous 5 terrible
It's
years
like
of defense?
yeah, it's like 3 or 4 years, man.
I mean, it's pathetic with the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I don't
Jerry
think
Jones,
any
bro.
any any coaching situation can solve their defense at this point. We saw the trades they made for Logan Wilson and Quentin Williams. That did not work at all. I mean, it's just embarrassing. Yeah, the Cowboys defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. I mean,
Yeah,
100%
they were
agree.
they were a joke of a defense, man.
Defense is disgustingly bad. But I mean, you're what, weeks late on that firing, so credit, but
Yeah,
not
that
credit to you. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's just the Cowboys defense was historically bad. I mean, you can't put up offensive numbers like that and lose that
No,
bad. I mean, they let the Broncos offense walk all over them, and that's saying something because that's saying something for me because I don't like the Broncos offense at all. So for them to do that was crazy. Um, yeah, check. Dak did look great, but Dak can only do so much. And I think that's the issue. Um, like I said a couple minutes ago, great firing from Dallas. Now they just need to get a competent, actual defensive coordinator, like the Chiefs' defensive coordinator, possibly, because he's being rumored to. He's taken some interviews. I've heard for different positions.
the Chiefs' defense didn't do that great. Why does he deserve a? Why does
He's
he
been
deserve the
he's been their defensive coordinator in all their Super
Steve
Bowls.
Spagnuolo?
Yeah,
Spagnuolo, yeah,
yeah.
I guess, but it's a what have you done for me league, and he kind of did mid this year. I'm going to be honest. Chiefs defense didn't impress me at all. So, all right, what's next? We got the Commanders we need to talk about. Is that
Yeah.
it? Just the Commanders? And
Yeah,
are
I
we
think
done?
s- I th- yeah, then
No,
we can
then we
talk
got to talk
hot
about
seat.
hot seats. Hot seats,
Hot
which
seat. Yeah.
we'll get to.
Yeah, I'll start
So,
with the Commanders. I'll start with the Commanders
okay,
if you want me to.
yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury did not get fired. He just left. He said he's looking for new opportunities. I can't blame him. This was a pretty rough year to be an offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. Um, Obviously, you had Jaden Daniels for what 4 years, 4 weeks. Sorry. Um, uh, it wasn't a great start to the year. Week 2, you put up like what 13 points on Green Bay. Um, but you know, this Debo Samuel's fat, chunky. Um, he played fine, but if he keeps eating, then it's not going to be very fine. Um,
Yeah,
it's scary Terry. Uh,
it's not very scary anymore. Scary Terry
not
is more of
very.
a clown.
He's just
This
Terry
guy.
now.
He's just Terry.
Yeah,
Scary Terry is just Terry. I like that.
he's just Terry. Um, but yeah, I think Cliff Kingsbury should get the frick out of there. Good job. I don't understand the hate for Cliff Kingsbury, man. He did a fine job in Arizona. Um, Obviously until the
Fine. He
playoffs.
did not do a
Until
fine
the
job in
playoffs. Until
Arizona.
the playoffs. Until the playoffs
My
came around.
word.
Now, obviously, that sell when they were what 7-0, and then they lost in the wild
That
card.
was anything but a
Not good.
fine job, bro.
He didn't do terrible, but he didn't do great. Um, Obviously, he's been doing okay with the offensive schemes and whatnot. Uh, should he be a head coach? I don't know. Um, should he be an OC? Probably. Um, Yeah, we'll see what he does. Now Washington's got to figure out what the frick they're gonna do. Get their new OC. Stefanski's an option, because he's an option for everyone. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Cliff over there. Um, yeah, that's all I got on Cliff, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the defensive coordinator because the defense was
Did
pretty
the
bad
defensive
for
coordinator go
Washington.
too?
Yeah, he won
He
too.
he
Yeah,
went too.
I
Okay,
don't
okay,
know if they
okay.
fired
I
him or
didn't see
he
that
left
one.
too, but
Okay. I know. I only know Cliff left. That's all I know.
yeah, I just think that the defensive coordinator stunk for Washington, man. Their defense supposed to take a step up this year with all the cornerbacks they drafted. They
Yeah.
drafted Trey Amos. They just added a lot of people in the offseason. Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Their defense was, I wouldn't say the worst in football, but it was bottom 10, bottom 5, whatever you want to call it. Their defense sucked. So, I mean, hopefully this doesn't turn into Dallas where they have a bad defense for like 5 years now, but
Yeah.
they might continue to have a bad defense, and I don't know if he was a problem or not, but you got to make changes if you had like what 4 wins for
Yeah.
Washington. So
Yeah. No, 5. Did they get 5 with that win
yeah, they
on
did get
against Philly?
5, but that's
Yeah.
still
That's
not
yeah, that's
enough.
fine. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. The best part of the stream, in my opinion. We're gonna
Besides the
talk about
Harbaugh
Todd.
stuff
Yeah, besides the Harbaugh, we're talking about Todd Bowles
and all the
and
coaches on the hot seat.
all the coaches on the hot seat. We're starting with him, and I believe Todd Bowles should have been fired weeks ago, months ago. Todd Bowles freaking sucks. He hates all the players on the Buccaneers organization. Everybody else hates him. All the players hate him. The Bucks are single handedly shooting themselves in the foot by this decision not to fire Todd Bowles. And I don't know what they're waiting for. There's no need to be patient in this scenario. Absolutely none.
Yep.
He's shown that he knows how to lose games. He's shown that he doesn't really know how to win games anymore. So he's also shown that he just sucks. Period. He does nothing good anymore. I get you. They're probably holding on to him because of the Super Bowl, but it's
Yeah,
a
that
what have you
was
done for
that
me
was
now
6 years
league.
ago, man. That was like five years ago.
No, it was like 4 years ago, but it seems like forever ago. Anyways, Todd Bowles, go apply at Walmart or something. Walmart could use you. You could do a better job at Walmart than you could at coaching, plain and simple.
Yeah, man. I will say though, I don't agree with you saying he should have been fired months ago because months ago they were number one in the NFC.
He was on the
Um,
hot seat last year.
yeah, well then they turned it around and they were number one in the NFC, and then they turned back around and they didn't even make the flipping playoffs. Um, the loss against Atlanta um, at home, you got a 3rd and 27.
3rd and 28.
Yeah, there's
Third and
no
28. You
there's
can't
no
you can't
excuse.
stop 3rd and 28.
There's
Oh,
no
that's
excuses.
embarrassing.
That's when I knew, yeah, it's time for him to go. Um, but you win or you lose against Miami, one. Like, what a joke. You can't even beat Miami. You can't get your guys to beat Miami. You know, they're so much more skilled than Miami. You lost to a rookie, Quinn Ewers. No disrespect to Quinn Ewers, but you should have beaten the Dolphins because all you had to
Yeah.
do was beat the Dolphins, and then you just play the Panthers for the winner gets the division.
Yep.
And then you beat them, so then you would have won the division. But no, you had to rely on the Saints, and the Saints couldn't get it done. So the fact that Todd Bowles wasn't the first coach fired is an absolute joke to me. Um, I think it's hilarious, and it shouldn't be, but
It is hilarious.
it's
Oh.
hilarious. I don't know how he still. I don't know how he still has a job. I don't know why they haven't taken away his security pass into the team facility yet, because it's an
Yeah.
absolute joke, and
Yeah.
it's a mess in Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield, bro, yikes. That's it. Baker's another topic, man. But Todd Bowles needs to go. He needs to be fired right now. Uh, every second that passes is a terrible second because he's still employed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as their head coach. Absolute joke.
Yeah. Now, similar to Todd Bowles, we're going to talk about the other Florida team. We're going to talk about Mike McDaniel.
I
Now,
have an interesting take on him. I have an interesting
you
take
have
on
an
him. I
interesting
have an
take on Mike
interesting take on
McDaniel.
him. I have an
Now,
interesting
I
take.
think he should have been the second coach fired, third coach, excuse me, Raheem Morris, which rightfully so. But Mike McDaniel is just he's just always faded all the time. It seems like he's always high when he talks. He doesn't know what's going on. His head's just mashed potatoes. Let's be honest. And he certainly does not know how to coach a football team. That's all I got to say. Mike McDaniels stinks at his job. The Dolphins have stunk for quite a bit now, ever
Yeah.
since that Chiefs loss in the playoffs, which that wasn't
Ah,
that long ago,
that
but
was like
it
what, two
feels
years
like for
ago?
yeah, it was 2 years ago, but I mean
Yeah.
I mean he I mean Mike McDaniel is college bound for
He is a
sure.
little frat boy.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
completely
looks like
agree.
one, bro.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel just sucks. So, what do you got on Mike McDaniel? You got an interesting
I
take. It
got an
better not be
interesting
you
take
should
on Mike
stay.
McDaniel.
He
Um,
better not be should stay because he should be gone.
um, I've obviously been talking about this a lot this whole season. Mike McDaniel, should he go? Should he stay? Um, I feel like I said this at least 5 times. Mike McDaniel's coaching for his job this weekend. Um,
Quite literally.
I feel like I said that. I made a video 2 months
Mike
ago saying
McDaniel.
should he get fired after they
That's
lose
like
to
one of the most
whoever.
one of our most repeated saying is Mike McDaniel's coaching for his job every single week,
Every
bro.
single week. Oh man. But you look over. I was watching, like I said, I was watching Adam Schefter. He said he's leaning towards keeping Mike McDaniel for next
Why? What has
season.
he done? What has he
Um,
done?
um, but I'll say this: Mike McDaniel did not get to pick his quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa. He didn't get to pick him, and obviously, it didn't work out. I think Tua should be gone after the season. They need to get rid of him. I do think Mike McDaniel made the correct choice in benching Tua and putting in rookie Quinn Ewers to see what he can do. And I thought he did a solid job.
Yeah.
Which yeah, he didn't play terrible like a lot of other rookies. But I think this is what you do. You keep Mike McDaniel.
Oh my word.
You
Keep
you let
Mike
him
McDaniel. That's
you,
insane.
you let him pick quarterback if he so chooses in the draft or in the off season, whatever, free agency, and you see how next season goes. And if it
Yeah, I guess they
sucks,
don't really have another
gone,
option.
gone. If it works out, great. He was right. He's a good coach after all, maybe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be shocked if he got fired. I wouldn't be surprised. But I do think that he should get one more shot because you can tell he really loves the Dolphins and he wants to be there, even if he's faded. Because he's gonna miss the parties in Miami, man.
Oh yeah. Can't forget about those.
um,
He
but yeah,
strikes me as a big party animal, bro. He strikes me as one of those type of guys
yeah,
that just
man.
like hits the clubs on like a Saturday and when they have a game on
He's got a
Sunday.
game on Sunday. He
Mike
don't.
McDaniel strikes me as one of those type of guys that parties on Sunday morning to play the next day hungover. He
he
just reminds me
totally
of one of those guys.
he totally when they have road games, he totally goes to like
Oh yeah,
clubs in the other cities. They play
you
the
could tell by his slurred speech all the time.
they play Dallas. He goes to a Dallas club on Saturday night or whatever. So
Yep.
yeah. Tua needs to be studied. Yeah, he probably does, man.
Yeah, Tua, my word.
Tua's gotta go. That's the one
Tua's
thing I
got to
gotta
go.
say.
All right.
If Mike McDaniel ain't gonna go, Tua's gotta go.
What other coach do we got to talk about that's on the hot seat? How about Dan Quinn?
Dan Quinn, yeah. Yeah, man.
Dan Quinn. What's your thoughts on Dan Quinn? Should he stay? Should he go? Is he even a good head coach? Because I don't know.
I completely agree. I don't know. I don't know if last year was just a one-hit wonder and it's gonna
Yeah.
suck again. All up news. Former head coach Jason Garrett is interviewing for the Titans head coaching job. So there's that.
Holy, Jason Garrett is coaching.
He's
Jason
getting
Garrett.
interviewed. He's
Holy,
getting interviewed.
big
He's getting
mistake by
interviewed.
Tenet. That is horrible.
They haven't hired him yet. They're just interviewing him.
Wow. I don't know who would hire that clown, but okay. Okay.
But yeah, Dan Quinn, I don't know what to think of him. I do think you give him another year with a healthy Jaden Daniels, see how it plays out. If it doesn't play out, gone. Because he really hasn't proven anything to anyone about anything.
Yeah, Dan Quinn hasn't done jack in the league.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, Dan Quinn has probably one of the worst resumes ever. Blew 28-3
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how he got a job after that performance, but
Yeah.
he's back at Washington. He had a decent first year, but the second year was just a disaster. Um,
Mhm.
Part of it was due to a lack of injuries and no talent, but Dan Quinn's not that good. Like, I'm sorry, he's not. I don't. When I picture Dan Quinn, I do not picture Dan Quinn ever winning a Super Bowl.
No, yeah,
I
I
I
I
just I
agree.
just can never see Dan Quinn and Super Bowl together, which not a good sign. So I think Dan Quinn stinks. I have hard feelings for him, or harsh feelings for him since he blew 28-3. But I mean, whatever, I guess. So what do you got
Yeah.
to say?
Not much else, man. Chad saying he's like just more of an offensive coach, not a head coach. I mean, I don't think that's ridiculous, but yeah,
No.
it'll be interesting to see what happens with
All
him at
right.
least.
All right. What's we got one I got one more I want to talk about. And it's the one we've been make cracking jokes about the most. I guess I guess you could assume who it is, but Nick Sirianni. Do you want to start with Nick Sirianni, or should I start with Nick Sirianni?
I want to hear. Actually, I have one more after Sirianni.
You have one more
I
after
have one more after
Sirianni?
Sirianni.
Alright,
But
I wanna hear your thoughts
you can.
first.
Okay, you want to
Oh,
hear
you
my
want me
thoughts
to
on
talk
Sirianni?
first?
I'll start. I'll start.
Okay, you'll start with Nick Sirianni. Alright,
I'll
let's
start
hear
with
it.
Nick Sirianni. Really, last year they won the Super Bowl. And do I think that was his doing? Probably not. He had really good coordinators around him. And then all of his coordinators left. And now the Eagles, in my opinion, are a definite possible first round exit.
Yeah,
Um,
they're guaranteed to be a first round exit.
Even if they do win, they are not going to win two playoff games in a row. I'm sorry, they're not. Um,
No.
it's. I don't think he's a great coach. I don't know how he got into the head coach job anyway. Like I don't even
Dude,
know
you
what
got the
he.
Rams playing in the Super Bowl?
Well,
My
that's
boy, the
I don't
Rams
even
aren't even making that
I don't even know if the
making it
Rams
that
are
far.
making the Super Bowl right now, Brody. um, but yeah, it's yeah, I think he should be gone, honestly. I feel like he should have been gone 2 years ago because, when they started, what, 11 and 0, they finished 12 and 4, something like that, 11 and
Mhm,
5.
mhm.
Uh, they got first round exited by a pretty mediocre Tampa Bay team. Um, I'm surprised he wasn't fired after that one. And then, won those Super Bowl
The
last
Rams
year.
play their best ball, they should be able to make it back there.
It's not
I
ridiculous,
I
but
agree with that, but, you know, that Falcons game, man,
it's pretty telling.
I formed my opinions based on that Falcons game. When they actually play a good defense, Stafford can't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I get they had Devontae Adams out. I get they had Adams out, but I lost a ton of respect for the Rams after that
Yeah.
Falcons loss. Now, if they go out and blow out the Panthers and get their revenge on the Panthers, we'll see what happens. But they got a lot to prove. The Falcons game didn't mean
Oh.
nothing.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so I will say this. I will say this about the game. They came back by quite a bit. They came back by what, 14, 15 points. But at the end of the day, the Falcons aren't a good team. And I just think that they've lost a little bit of momentum ever since that Seattle loss, ever since that Falcons loss. I get that this is probably one of the better Rams teams we've seen in the past 10 years, other than that Super Bowl team, but I just think it's gonna be tough to go on the road and win the playoffs. I know
Yeah.
the Panthers is gonna be easy. That's it's easy to beat the Panthers, but I just think they have a lot of work being a road team, so that's my thoughts.
Yeah. Finishing off Sirianni, they lose in the first round. I think he's got to go.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, no other reasoning behind that. Start applying. I mean,
for Target.
McDonald's. You could flip burgers at McDonald's probably better than what you could coaching. Let's be
Like,
real.
honestly, I don't know what he does, honestly. I don't know what
Nick
Nick
Sirianni
Sirianni
doesn't
does.
do a dang thing.
All I do
He
is
just
see him
sits
just
in.
standing there on the sideline crying during the national anthem. That's all I've seen
Yeah,
of him do.
exactly. Nick Sirianni sucks. Rams should have beat the Seahawks. Some fluky calls in that game. I
I
mean,
agree. I agree on that
I agree
part.
that
I
two
agree
point.
on that part. That
Okay,
2 point conversion should not have counted.
you did. Yep, you did. You did. Get me to agree with you there. If Rams go to Seattle, they'll be all right. They play good in Seattle.
Not in the fourth quarter, they didn't.
I don't know about that one.
We got to
But
see how the Seahawks play, man. You can't. Okay, going in the playoffs, you can make assumptions, but after wild card weekend, that tells you all the things you need to know. If I'm being
yeah,
honest, we'll
yeah,
find out a lot this weekend. We can't judge anything based off of what's happened. Everyone's 0-0 now. They're 0-0. Regular season don't matter anymore. So
yeah.
that's all I
I
got on
will
that,
say
man.
too is that I definitely have the Rams not in the bottom tier of contenders or of NFC.
Yeah,
I definitely have the Packers and Panthers below the Rams, but I still think the Niners and the Seahawks are in a class or two above them, and I think the Rams are right there with the Eagles and the Bears. But now, finishing my thoughts on Nick Sirianni, I think he's the only reason why they're not in. Or I think he's one of the reasons why they're not competing for a Super Bowl, and they are competing for a Super Bowl. What I'm saying is that they're not going to win a Super
they're
Bowl
not
this year.
gonna win. They ain't even gonna make it.
I don't think they're making it past round the versus
I don't think
49ers.
they're making
So,
it first. I don't think they're
and
making it
I
past the
think that
first
is
round either.
largely due to their coaching. So that's that. And if he can get their offense working, I'll eat all my words about Nick Sirianni. But their offense has been one of the worst offenses in the league. It's been pathetic. It reminds me of the Broncos, just nothing going for them. So, what else you got on Nick Sirianni?
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
49ers have no defense at all? My
Dude, they limited Seattle to 1 touchdown.
okay, okay.
All
I
the
could
Niners
see
have to do is score 2 touchdowns. The game's over.
okay, I could see why you say that because they did get imploded by the Bears. So, I mean, their defense is not great, but yet again, they're playing as good as they can without Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. The Eagles' defense will stop Brock Purdy.
They just got to get to him. If they can get through the offensive line,
I
yeah,
don't
they
know. I
probably
don't know
will.
about that one. I don't know about that one. Seattle's off. All right, buddy.
Okay, what are we talking about right now, bro?
Oh,
What are we talking
all right. I
about?
think we might have to end it on off of that right there. But
I got one more, bro. I want to
you got
talk
one
about.
more.
I
You got
got
one more
one
you want
more.
to talk
I got
about?
one more I want to say. Zach Taylor, Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, I forgot about him.
The Bengals said they will be keeping him, which is kind of wild, because Bengals have been on paper the best team in one of the best teams in football, and they haven't made the playoffs in 3 years. That's gotta be a coaching issue at some point. Now I get their defenses sucked,
Yeah,
but at some point you got to look at the coach and be like, "Yikes, we might need to change." Now I understand Joe Burrow really wants to keep Zach Taylor. He's been very vocal about that. So that's what makes me think Joe Burrow is going to be around in Cincinnati for another year, for that at least. But I mean, I think he should have gone last year. Another disappointing year. I understand Joe Burrow was out, but even when Joe Burrow came back, they did not play fantastic. They only won. I guess they went 5-3 with Joe Burrow this season, but still, man. I mean, you want to compete in the AFC North. I mean, realistically, the Bengals, if the Ravens do decide to blow everything up like we think they will, I mean, the Bengals could be a favorite to win the division next year.
I mean,
But we'll see
yeah,
what
but
happens.
I just don't trust Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor's
Yeah,
not a
I
good
know.
coach.
Me neither.
I just
Gotta
I
love
don't
for
know. That
I
one's
love Zach
weird.
Taylor, man, Nebraska man, but
That one's weird because I don't really. I just think there's a lot of GM problems there, not necessarily Zach
yeah,
Taylor's. I think the signing of only going offense and signing Burrow, Chase, and Higgins to all max contracts was pretty poor. Poor play, but
yeah.
he just doesn't do really doesn't do anything great for the Bengals. I'm gonna be honest. So I'll probably have more of an opinion formed on them once they actually get a defense, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So
At this rate, probably not.
yeah, but that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got as well, man.
Well, I think this was our longest stream. If I'm being honest, this was probably
Yeah, it's second or third
second
longest
longest
stream.
stream.
Second
So
or third, yeah.
this is a great stream. I feel like,
Yeah.
but tomorrow we're gonna have our AFC picture and our NFC picture for the playoffs.
Probably Thursday, low key. Probably Thursday.
Thursday, okay, we'll have that
Yeah,
Thursday.
probably nothing
and then
tomorrow, but
we'll do a contenders versus pretenders Friday. So
yeah.
we got a lot more.
When are we
content.
doing picks though? When are we doing picks though?
I don't know. Find a time, I guess. Saturday. I don't know.
Saturday morning before all the games.
Saturday morning. I mean, we'll get all the info we need for it then.
Yeah.
I feel like
what time is
Saturday
the first
morning-
game on Saturday? What time is the first game?
3:30.
3:30. Oh yeah, we got
Yeah,
time. We'll do it on Saturday.
All right.
Because don't
But,
forget, boys, live Saturday, Bears,
Yeah.
Packers. We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be live for that.
You guys want to
Do
see college
college?
picks? We'll do those in short in video form. Not
Okay.
live, but
If you want to look out my Ohio State versus Miami,
yeah, that was that might be the worst take of the year.
That's why I'm not doing college picks every single day. So, but with that, it's been a great one. But we'll see you guys soon. We're
Yes,
hoping
sir.
for 200.
Yeah, we're
200
on the road, guys. You guys are almost
200
making
by
it.
next month. 200 by next
200
month.
by next month. That's the goal. Thank you
I
guys.
like that.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Busy weekend. Peace out.